Oh, shit. Hello there, we got cut off there because I pressed a button on the device. So this is part 2 of this video. Or maybe like, it's about time I went and like tried to put them together, isn't it really? So, so put them. A lot of it is right. So yeah, that was a good result. I got 3 these little electrical extension cables, which are just as they work. When I see things like that, I think they're just scrap, of course, but you know, we don't need to scrap them, do we? Don't need to. So that's that done. Just a wheelie bin, that's all it was. The wheelie bin, empty. I'm going to have a lot more rubbish because I've got a whole load of carpet stuff to sort out. There you go. You just gotta like, you know, I was seeing the lady when I was just asked nicely and that was it. She says, yeah, of course. So that was that. And then she got in her car and I said, thanks. Yeah. This car's quite good for the wheelie bin job because it's got a low boot in the back. And I just put a cover over the bumper and just wheel the fucking... The only problem with the wheel bin, if you've got it really full, is you have to like lower it into the skip, like without the whole fucking thing falling in. And it's actually quite heavy because it's a bit of a lift. And I suppose if I was wearing makeup and stuff, maybe nicer hair, I'd probably get men offering to like get rid of my rubbish for me. And then they go, oh thanks pal, and then they realise this whole gender change thing is it's such a stupid thing to do. It's unbelievably stupid. I mean, because it doesn't fucking work. The people that say it does work are just like maniacs. They're just so deluded, it's unbelievable, because it's a delusion. It's complicated. It is complicated. It's a combination of kind of like, you know, it's not exactly homosexuality, but it's kind of like, I think homosexuality is a label that's been put on males. We'll just talk about males who desire other males to sleep with or have sex with other males or live with them. So you can have like a bigger lifestyle angle on it, but really it's about, you know, it's about sex. And the reason it was kind of like frowned upon, homosexuality, is really to help. It's really for women. That's what I can see. You know, it's a woman so that men, you know, look after women, marry them and all the rest of it. And then you go after children. So obviously there is some real obvious faggots like Mark Hammond. You know, he's really gay, feminine, weak. Well, he does look weak, doesn't he? So it's like, that type, and there was like myself. I wasn't really homosexual, so I think a lot of it was that I just couldn't cope with women. I was abused by women. My mother abused me. I think that's really the biggest reason that I found myself in suffering from depression and all that sort of thing. It's been caused by my childhood. It's caused by her. She's dead. And some of the things she did were appalling. Yeah, I get quite angry about it at times. I'm thinking about it. It's very, very. I think like the transgender thing has just sort of gone out of control. In that, the people that would argue against me are just not in touch with reality. So they would have. It's obviously a really bad, undesirable situation if you are born one gender and then land changing in another. Because if everybody did that, then it would just be an incredibly expensive and stupid and time-wasting and awkward thing to do. So, but it's really hard to. Green yards. Is that called green yards? That roundabout must be called green yards. So the whole movement, the activism and the human rights thing, it's actually taking the rights away from people. That's what it's going to do, and there's not going to be many people going to benefit from it. And especially what the Scottish government's been doing. That's not going to help anyone. It's the Scottish government really just looking for a fight with Westminster. That's what it's about. They've just chose that. See this roundabout, you come up to this one, right? So where do you go? Like the left lane, the right lane. So, that A91 north, and this is A91 south. Huh? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, so I get it. A91 north would be a go around. Or A9. So you want to turn right, you go in the right lane. You want to go straight on, you go in the left lane, which makes sense. But I think the problem is the roundabout before that. Of course, it's a slightly different situation. It's you go in the right lane to go south, and the left lane to turn off to go to Cowie. So basically, that whole gender, the whole thing. I think what kind of spoiled it all for society was feminism. So that kind of started it all off. Like, so these people, the women, wanted certain advances in what they said was their rights, but they didn't want to lose any privileges. And then, of course, all these other sort of homosexuals and other, like the trans thing is really a made-up thing, because a woman is a woman, but trans is like it is made up. And see, I could get banned for saying that, but obviously there's not that many people probably listening to me anyway. But now this roundabout is weird, because you have to go. I think I might be in the wrong lane here. I can never really work it out. So basically what I do is I use my just keep an eye and see where everybody is, So there's a lot of traffic come off here, and there's people who want to go into the services or come out of the services. So probably I should have been in the other lane, but I don't know. I'll have to have a look at see what it says on there. Because I'm coming off here. A72 north. And yeah, the whole thing is, from my life, has caused massive depression. I've had depression for years. I've had it since for years, and I have it regularly. I have it like pretty much every day. You know, and people talk about, oh, if you're feeling suicidal, but with me, they don't even bother, because it's like, you know, oh, right, okay. And they have all this shite that they go on about. So what's actually happening? I think they're trying to shove the medical system. It's sort of, they used COVID as an excuse to change it. You know, so prior to that, you could go to your doctor. I can see it. And the thing is, if you start slagging off Westminster for this, you really are being silly, because the Scottish government will get rid of, well, they won't have any money for anything, let alone NHS, you know. It's really scandalous that people would even give them the time of day, the Scottish government. They're a bunch of fucking criminals, as far as I can see. But anyway, so I'm going to Home Bargains now. Should be quiet. It's 10:15. See what's in. See if there's any gas. I bought a lot of gas the other day. There's a load of it came in. It would be interesting to see if there's any there. So I'll just pop down here. Most human confrontation is caused by people being in the same place at the same time, You know, which is car parks. Or, well, look at that Maserati. That's nice. Yeah, fucking hell. That's nice. Maserati. Oh, I like that. I was actually wanting to buy one of them, but it'd be pretty useless for me. Sounds good. Maserati. Ugh. I want a Maserati. Right, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.